Today we are going to talk about what is going on with the Sapphire Princess and what the guests on board will receive because of the missed ports. We're also going to talk about the announcement that Royal Caribbean and Celebrity Cruise Lines made yesterday, as well as Princess had a press release yesterday afternoon, and it's really exciting what they are going to do as we approach celebrating the 250th birthday of the United States. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start at the very top talking about what is going on with the Sapphire Princess. Right now, the Sapphire Princess is on a sailing from Vancouver, Canada, up to Whittier in Alaska. They were supposed to depart on Saturday afternoon, May 11th, and they ended up being delayed to the point that they did not depart until the very early morning hours of May 12th on Sunday. Because of the propulsion problems that the Sapphire Princess is having, that makes it so they can't sail as fast as they need to sail to make all of the ports. They have had to make the hard decision, the captain and his team have had to make the decision that they are going to not be able to go to Glacier Bay, no scenic cruising in College Fjord, and they are also missing the port in Ketchikan. Along with that, they have shorter hours. In Juneau, Alaska, they will be arriving between 2 and 3 p.m. and departing at 9:45 p.m. They have to do this in order to make it to Whittier on time. Now, no one has mentioned if they think that this problem is going to be fixed by the time they get to Whittier, or if they're going to be able to fix it on the turnaround day there in Whittier. I have not heard of any canceled cruises coming out with that. I remember a few years ago, like I mentioned yesterday, when the Crown Princess was having trouble with her engine, they just kind of limped along for the cruise season. And so hopefully we're not looking at that this year. We're just going to have to wait and see. So what is Princess doing? I want to say that it's part of the cruise contract that you have to acknowledge you understand that you might not be going to all of the ports that are listed on your itinerary. So the cruise lines reserve that right. And truly, I know this is a really hard situation, but what do you do when something breaks down? You can't anticipate that. You just do your best to fix it as fast as you can. And so Princess is going to give all of the guests on board a refund of 75% of their cruise fare that they paid, that the cruise fare portion, and then of course any port fees and taxes that are associated with anywhere that they didn't visit that they were anticipating visit. So that is going to go back to them in the original form of payment. In addition to that, the guests are going to be receiving a 75% future cruise credit, that same amount from the cruise fare as a future cruise credit. And they're going to need to book their sailing that they're going to use that on by December 1st of 2024, and they're going to need to sail by December 1st of 2025. I do appreciate that you can also use that future cruise credit on an unpaid balance of another cruise that you've already got booked. You can use it on Princess Easy Air flights. You can use it several ways that they list that you're able to use it. So I like the flexibility that comes along with that. Truly, the hardest part of this whole thing is the vacation dreams that aren't quite coming true. And I know it's a big deal for people to travel from places in the US. One of our Let's Go family members said that here they are on board and they've met people from Korea, people from Australia who have traveled so far to be able to come here and take this cruise, and now they're not going to be able to see what they were expecting to be able to see. I was likening it in my mind. I was thinking, oh, it's kind of like if I thought, well, I'm going to go on a cruise to Australia and go see the Great Barrier Reef, which is on my bucket list, but then you get there and you're not able to go see that. And a lot of time people don't have the flexibility with their like work schedules or schedules otherwise, or they can't afford to go on another cruise while they're here. And that all would be assuming that there's even anything left to book on the cruises. And so I feel really bad. So my heartfelt condolences go out to all of you. Just as far as your vacation goes, I know it's not the end of the world. It is such a gift and a blessing to be able to go on a cruise. But I also know that you go with a lot of expectations. So I'm sorry for those of you that have been disappointed about that. And we will really hold our breath and be excited to hear when that Sapphire Princess is going to get going again. Let me know if any of you receive word about that. Okay. Next up, we have got Princess adding a historic America cruise tour starting in 2025 as everything ramps up in celebration of the 250th birthday of the United States. Officially, they celebrate the year 1776, and so in 2 years we've got 2026. So Princess has added this new cruise tour, and I am really excited about it. I'm tempted to take it. The places that they are going are places that I've been before for the most part, but it's really exciting. So you're going to fly into Washington, D.C. That's where the whole thing starts. You're going to go to Arlington Cemetery, Embassy Row, the National Cathedral, museums. It says an evening illumination tour of the Lincoln Memorial, the Vietnam Memorial, the World War II Memorial, and the Korean War Memorials. We've actually done that, Gordon and I have, when we have been there in Washington before, and it is beautiful. Also, they're going to go to Mount Vernon. They're going to go to They're also going to go to Thomas Jefferson's Monticello. They're going to go down to Jamestown, Williamsburg. I like this. You're going to have dinner at the Colonial Williamsburg Tavern. You get to go to Harper's Ferry, to that national park, Gettysburg Battlefield. You're going to go to Philadelphia and go see all the things there, like Christ Church, the Betsy Ross House, the Liberty Bell, all of the things in that area there. And then you're going to transfer up to New York and embark on a New England cruise. And so the ports that they're going to visit there will be Newport, Rhode Island, Boston, Massachusetts, Portland, Maine, Halifax, Canada, and then you'll be back to New York City. So if you have never visited these places, I think it's an amazing way to do it. Or if you have, Princess is known for their cruise tours. They do a really good job on their cruise tours, and it will be a nice refresher course and everything, like I said, as we get ready to celebrate the 250th birthday of the United States of America. Really, really, really excited about that. Like I said, that starts in 2025. The other thing I want to talk to you about is what the big announcement is with Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. In a way, it doesn't seem like a big announcement, but to me, it's a big announcement because it's really exciting and it's going to simplify things an awful lot. So California made a law that if you are going to say how much a cruise costs, you don't separate out the cruise fare and the taxes, fees, and port expenses. And as someone who visits with people with about travel, this will really simplify things because a lot of times people see pricing online and they just have that cruise fare portion. And so from now on, they have the law that you have to put the two together. So Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, starting on July 1st, whenever they list a cruise for sale, that price is going to include the cruise fare and the taxes, fees, and port expenses associated with that cruise. So starting on July 1st, no longer are you going to have to look at that number and think, well, I wonder how much the taxes, fees, and port expenses are. How much would that really cost? Nope, it is going to include it. Now, I think that cruise lines, just a heads up, they are still going to do their marketing things. They'll say, a cruise starting at $17.99, that is per person based on double occupancy and the least expensive interior that they've got on the ship. So things like that are not going to change, but at least that $17.99 number is going to include the taxes, fees, and port expenses. Now, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity have made the very first announcement that I've noticed of a cruise line that is completely doing that. I know that Norwegian is doing it as well, and I'm waiting I don't know if the others are going to officially announce it or if they are just going to start doing that, and we'll all be aware that that includes it. So let me know if that really helps you out. That really helps me out, not just as a travel advisor, but also as someone that I love to go on cruises, and I'm always looking for what's out there and how much it would cost for us to be able to go. So let me know if you've got questions about that. Now, be aware that is not going to include all of the things that you can maybe book to do with your cruise. It won't include, like if you do with Princess, it'll include, if you select the one for the Plus package or for the Premier package, it will include that. But you'll have to be aware of what you're selecting. And Seabourn, by the way, they don't have to change this because they were already doing it anyway. That's the other company that's held by the Royal Caribbean Group. And so their pricing is just going to continue on as it is. So in the comments, will you please let me know what you think about what's going on with the Sapphire Princess? I've been mulling it over in the back of my mind ever since this was announced. And you know, the cruise lines in this situation really have the option to cancel that cruise or to let it sail and take people to the places that they're able to take them. And for my behalf, I think it is probably better to sail the cruise and take people so that they can at least see something. I think of the people that I mentioned that come from far away places to be able to do it like maybe a once in a lifetime thing, as well as people from the United States, that this is a once in a lifetime thing. You can either let them see nothing by canceling it, or you can take them and show them as much as possible. So let me know what you think is best in the comments, would you? Now, I have not heard anything. Let me add this. I have not heard anything about the fact that they are sailing, making it take longer to fix the problem. So if anybody knows anything about that, pop that in the comments as well. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please hit that subscribe button? Would love to have you with us. And if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Thank you so very, very much. Really quickly, I also wanted to mention that the hotel I'm coming to you from is the Homewood Suites in Burlington, Massachusetts. We're here visiting family, and so we've been trying out different hotels every night and in an attempt to find the best rate and to up our Hilton Honors points. If you're not familiar with that system, you get more points per stay rather than if you stay like 2 nights in the same hotel. So if you're not a member of that, you might want to join if you travel much. But anyway, I wanted to let you know this hotel I'm not going to recommend. I'm not going to recommend until you look at it online and it says it has a refresh. It is, it's really worn. It's very worn, and something doesn't smell good. You can probably hear that in my voice this morning. So skip over this hotel. Right next door is the Hampton Inn, and we're going to stay there in a couple of nights as well. So I'll let you know how that is. But on their website, it says that it has had a refresh. And so just wanted to bring you up to date on where we are. And if you're going to be traveling in this area, I would look past this hotel until they get a refresh and things fixed up. Thank you very much for being here with me today. I'll see you all here again tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.